How's it like working together? Fucking annoying. So today I really want to go personal and more in depth on why we are different, why we're different than all the other bajillion roofing contractors out there. And there's nobody else better than to talk about why we're different than you. So why are we different?
Well, we're a true roofing company. So this is literally what we specialize in from A to Z. Anything from residential, commercial, and anything in between. We know how to do it, and we're also specialized in it. So we go through all the trainings, certifications, and licensing to be able to do this the right way. We don't go and we don't venture out into trying to do epoxy, solar, or anything like that, because then we're taking our attention away from what we're truly crafted at.
Yep.
So all these other contractors out there, they're going and they're trying to get every little bit of money, job that they can to make every bit of money possible, where we just want to be able to put the highest quality product and the highest quality labor that we can possibly give you guys.
Exactly.
So I think that's one of the biggest reasons that we're way different than anybody else that you can possibly think of.
Because, you know, deep down is with us, you're not paying for just labor and materials. You are paying for our craftsmanship, for our knowledge, for our expertise. You know, our guys that are sitting here roofing are not the guys that are going to sit there and sheetrock your house or, you know, put epoxy on the floor. I think that's crazy and that's silly. You know, the roof is the #1 thing to protect your home. And if you have just Joe Schmoe putting XYZ on your roof, and then lo and behold, one storm comes and boom, you have a leak in your house. What then?
Absolutely. Absolutely. And so if you guys have gotten taken care of the wrong way, don't hesitate to reach out, because what we do is we actually will go ahead and we'll inspect the work of other contractors to make sure that everything was done to code and to regulations to make sure that you're taken care of. And if something's wrong or missing or anything like that, we'll make sure everything's taken care of and fixed up.
And you know what's crazy is, so before I came to Texas, I lived in Florida, and all the licensings that you have to have in Florida, and, you know, same as Nick, he came from Colorado, and all the licensings that you have to have in Colorado. And then going to Texas, not having to have a license to do roofing, I think is one of the most wildest thing out there. I mean, there's, you know, AC people, you have to have a license, you know, plumbers, electrical, all those big name contractors have to have a licensing, but why not in roofing in Texas? I don't understand.
I mean, it's one of the highest risk trades that you could possibly do, and like you said, it's the #1 thing that could actually protect your home. Why is there a lack of training, first of all? And then why are they just letting anybody do it? You can have Joe Schmoe put a ladder in the back of his truck and call himself a roofer, and you would have no freaking idea. Luckily, Law HB 3344, Texas Department of Insurance, did pass, so they are in the process of mandating licensing in the state of Texas. So we're going to be one of the first in line to make sure that happens, but it's also going to filter out the people who are not legal in this industry, that do not qualify, that have a really bad background, and people who are not responsible enough to even keep themselves out of debt. So just having those guidelines are going to be able to filter out a lot of the bad guys that you don't even want to deal with in the first place.
Yeah.
So
cannot wait for that to happen for sure. It's definitely going to bring the roofing population lower.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's just going to help tremendously, and fingers crossed that it does get passed, because that's something that Texas does need and is lacking very much.
Absolutely.
You know, if it's one thing that we're really big on is education, and not just education with roofing, but we're also educating in the insurance process, in the Texas codes, you know, how to do things actually the right way, knowing our competitor shingles and which is better for, you know, which climate, which shingle works better for, you know, which different types of homeowners. And
well, and that goes into why I'm starting Roofing Done Right University, which is going to be a huge university that you guys can log into, and you guys get to see product knowledge, installation knowledge, insurance knowledge, and basic how-tos just to be able to get you through the process correctly, and actually have fun learning about how to do things fun about learning about the different types of materials, what's better, and what to do in certain situations dealing with insurances, other homeowners, and even going into engineers. So I'm actually going to have some guest people on there. They're going to go into a little bit more information on that too, that specialize in their sort of work. So it's one of the things that can help us make a difference in this industry, and not even just in this industry, but in this world, because knowledge is the key to being successful and to being taken care of properly.
Agreed. So don't forget to tune in to our Roofing Done Right University, and just learn. Just learn how to do things the right way and do it with integrity, and just do it with love, and know that when you sleep at night, that homeowner is well taken care of.
Absolutely. And that goes into why we are also very selective on who we bring into our family. We go through a background check process. We make sure that they are full of true integrity, want to do things the right way, they don't want to do things dirty, and make sure that you're taken care of with the fullest intent. So anybody that you would end up dealing with from this company, you're going to be fully satisfied with, guaranteed.
So let's talk about these 50-year lifetime manufacturer warranties. Let's talk about that.
Well, the thing is every manufacturer is going to have their limited lifetime or their lifetime warranty that goes up to 50 years for a 30-year product. Obviously, a 30-year product's not going to last 50 years. It's probably not even going to last half of that with a lot of these manufacturers. What makes a big difference is knowing if they have any clauses in those warranties as well. So Owens Corning, for example, has a true limited lifetime 50-year warranty where it's 100% for the first 25 years, and then it depreciates after that. Where GAF, I always go back to GAF because a lot of people use them. They're the #1 sold product in America, but I'll tell you guys about that a little bit more in a second. GAF has their unlimited wind warranty, but they don't cover any named storms. And then once you actually go into the clause after it states of what it's covering, it'll state that they're not covering anything other than recaulking and resealing what's there. They're not going to replace anything that's missing. They're not going to replace anything that's ripped or damaged.
This is true, folks. Read the fine print.
And they will deny and fight that warranty claim until they die. So if you think about it, GAF has between 7,000 to 10,000 warranty claims a year. Owens Corning only had 7.
Yeah.
So that kind of goes to show you why we use that product, because I know that I'm not going to get a call from you unless you want to go out and get a bite to eat or something like that.
Exactly.
So it's a really cool product, and I think that you guys would be pretty fascinated by it.
So fun fact, we love OC, and we bleed pink. We love it. We stand behind it. Fun fact, in 1932, Owens Corning actually invented fiberglass. So know that every shingle competitor out there buys our fiberglass, manipulates it, and then puts it in their shingles. So instead of doing that, come directly to the source.
I mean, and that goes into how Owens Corning is actually one of the only American-made products, especially Texas-made, give that. Any other manufacturer is going to be made out of the country, whether it's Mexico, Europe, Canada, anything like that. So you get a true American-made product that's honestly one of the top of the line.
So we have 2 plants in Texas, one in Houston and one in Irving. And the cool thing about us is, you're not going to have your shingles stacked in a boat for multiple weeks just sitting there in the sun. Our distributor, we get them freshly made from our plant here in Houston, shipped straight out here to Conroe, straight to our homeowners' houses. So know that you guys get the freshest batches made. Okay, so one of the most common questions that we get all the time, without us even looking at your roof, they're like, hey, how much does my roof cost?
Well, there's so many things that take into play of what a roof is going to actually cost. Goes into the material, underlayment, what actual shingle you want to use, whether you want to go with asphalt, tile, you want to go with a stone-coated steel. It goes into how cut up your roof is. It goes into how steep it is, how tall it is. There's so many different factors that you have to take into play that we can't just give you a blind bid, because
Yep.
then either you're getting screwed over or we're going to get screwed over. So it takes patience, and to be able to give you a legitimate estimate, you're going to want us to come out, do a free inspection, make sure we get all the photos, and actually accumulate what it's specifically going to cost to you. And you'll always get all the options. I mean, we're not just going to give you one and, hey, this is what you get and that's it. You're going to be able to pick and choose whatever product you want, because that's what we do. You know, we're not going to force you into doing anything. We just want you as knowledgeable as possible to make a knowledgeable decision.
And that leads to another common question that we get is, you know, a lot of people want black roofs, but they have this thing in their mind that, oh my gosh, I can't do black because it's going to get hot. And the thing is that the color of the shingle has absolutely nothing to do with the heat inside your house. That has to do with your ventilation.
Well, when you go into the physics of the product, yes, the surface temperature of that shingle will be a couple degrees hotter than a gray shingle or a lighter colored shingle. But it's the chemistry that goes into it that does not allow any heat transfer to go through to the backside of the shingle. And that's what allows you to pick whatever color you want and not have to worry about anything in between. Yes, we are going to calculate your ventilation. We are going to calculate what needs to go up underneath that shingle too, because having that, you're going to eliminate the possibility from having an overheated attic to a overheated shingle and cook from the inside out. And that's what's going to end up deteriorating the product, is actually the inside heat, not the exterior heat.
So know that we sit here and do the calculations for every single roof to know that you're getting the proper components and the proper ventilation so you can maximize the whole lifespan of the actual shingle itself. So we definitely get asked all the time is, how is it like working together? I mean, we live together, work together. How do we not have grays? How are we still alive? And, you know, the crazy thing is that, to be honest, we honestly rarely even see each other. I mean, we have a structure in our business, and we literally just come together at the end of the day and talk about our day. But, you know, let me ask you a question. How's it like working with me?
Honestly, it's the best thing. My biggest thing is do it with your best friend, if that's what you're going to do. But yes, we have our different set of tasks that we do. She's in the office all the time, making sure everything's getting taken care of in there, where I'm in the field. I do the training. I do everything that is not typically in the office, per se. So we are able to combine our skills and our work ethics to be able to get everything done correctly and to maximize what each other can do.
Correct. And we have fun doing it.
Yeah, it's fun. We love what we do, and it's work hard, play hard. And if you can find joy in everything that you do, you're not going to have grade A's. You're not going to have bad times or anything like that, because you're just so passionate about what you're doing. So.
And we literally love what we do. I mean, I feel like ever since we started Roof Republic, I mean, I personally feel like I haven't worked a day in my life. I enjoy what I do. I love roofing with a passion. I love being different and knowing that my clients are actually going to get taken care of. And, you know, whether it's 5 years from now or 10 years from now, you know, I mean, we have homeowners inviting us to, you know, their pool party, or, you know, out in boats, or, I mean, this dude comes home with like cakes or like wine. And, you know, we honestly love this industry, and there's so many people out there who have such a bad taste because they have gotten screwed over so many times. We have gotten screwed over so many times. And we want to build a foundation and a home for, you know, those people who are skeptical and, you know, scared. And, you know, I want, for anybody out there looking, I'm always looking for people to join our family. And
I think one of the biggest thing too, where we have a lot of people that come in that want to stay with us for a really long time, because we build our company off adding value to the other people's lives. This industry has been built off greed and selfishness, and that's why you see all these companies go up really quick and shoot down really, really quick.
Yep.
We built that foundation like a pyramid. Wide, strong, And now we're at a point where we can shoot it up to the sky and not have any limits of what we can and can't do. So when you build and you add value to other people's lives, it's just going to benefit you in the end as well, and everybody's happy.
And what is that term that, you know, you like to refer to us as like a football team?
You got to departmentalize. I mean, the thing is the quarterback has his set of duties, the offensive guard has his set of duties, offensive tackle, going to defense, you got your middle linebacker, your defensive tackle, your safety. You have to be able to do your set of tasks, because you can't do everything. You really cannot. And so when you have one person doing their set of tasks that they can thrive in, the other person has to do theirs. The other person has to do theirs. So you're able to maximize what you do and what you can't, you know, lose, and shoot for the stars. I mean, we're thriving, and everybody's completely happy with what they can do.
And just a reminder, guys, so hurricane season started, what, it was 2 days ago? Is it June 1st or 2nd today?
It's the 3rd, so, but yeah, it starts June 1st, and we're supposed to have some pretty crazy storms this year. It keeps getting worse and worse with how everything's going. And I will say, if you are going to prepare for any storm or any hurricane, it's going to be the one that's coming, because it's Hurricane Shantell, and I live with one. You're going to want to prepare. So,
and who better else to call than your emergency response team at Roof Republic? We will get you taken care of. We have tarps ready, so make sure to keep our numbers on speed dial. Whether it's 2 in the afternoon or 2 a.m., please let us know, and we are there.
Literally, the hurricane barrel hit. We were out till 1 in the morning, headlamps, making sure everybody's getting tarped up and taken care of.
In the rain.
Because we want to minimize the damage that gets into your house. So that's what we do this for. We just want to make sure that you're taken care of. So.
Well, that is all for today, folks. And thank you, Nicholas, for joining me today. And I really appreciate taking your time
Absolutely.
to just sit here and mingle with me, and you know, just tell everybody just, you know, a little bit more in depth about us and what Roof Republic really means to us. And you know, this is our baby.
Absolutely. I'm really happy to be here. I'm really happy to make a foundation and make a statement with this company. You know, we don't want to just be a roofing company. We want to be the roofing company that you guys can turn to and trust and know that you're going to actually be taken care of. And I want to be known to be the roofing company that people can come work for and know that they're going to be safe and not get screwed over. Due to our transparency, we're an open book. And so, you're never going to have any problems. And don't forget to log into the next podcast, log into Roofing Done Right University. Keep up with us there, keep learning, and keep having fun.
Thank you guys for watching, and we will be back next time.